All right. What's going on, everyone? Biggie here for Serpent X Tech. It is nice and cold here in Florida, North Florida at least. Uh, Rigs are running great. Temperatures are running great. Bitcoin doing great. Market's doing great. Welcome back to another Caffeine and Crypto, where I welcome you to join me for your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, whatever you got. Grab some tea, grab some water, grab whatever as we go over this week's crypto news. Right now, Bitcoin is down 0.31%, but at the beginning, we've been sitting at this 98K, almost 100K range. A lot of people were hoping we break 100K. I don't believe we officially broke it, even though we're going to see some news articles that say we did. Some exchanges like crypto.com did show that we went over 100K. And yeah, I mean, I'm chilling. If I move out of your way here, you can see ADA in the deep greens here, up 20%. I think we hit like $1.17, $1.16 yesterday. Stellar up a significant percentage, 77%. Look at that. DOT also up 41%. So a lot of the altcoin bags, I mean, Chainlink finally Chainlink is moving up 16%. Shiba Inu 8%, Uniswap 18%. So a lot of the coins, except for Ethereum. Ethereum is just really stagnant. Son of a Tech was commenting on it, and I was also like, Ethereum, and I can understand, because I kind of feel like Ethereum's ecosystem is so vast and so big that, you need to use Ethereum in order to interact with various dApps, DeFi applications, whatever it might be. And so you're having to spend that Ethereum to interact with a Shiba Inu or this or that or whatever. So if the currency is needed in order to interact or engage with that ecosystem, people are going to be selling it. So there's constant selling of Ethereum to get exposure to other assets, altcoins, participate, transaction fees, so on and so forth. And the transaction fee is just meh, man. It's Ethereum gas is just ridiculous. So I could see why it's not climbing like the others. We even have Litecoin. Look at Litecoin up 15%, over $100 now. So very good, very good. Script mining has been the most consistent. I've been saying this for a while, but I'm seeing a number of my colleagues also repeating the same thing. I think Son of a Tech said it as well recently, is as far as crypto mining, if you're concerned about that, you couldn't go wrong with a script miner of some type. Yes, some of the older models like the Mini Doge, the OG one, is priced out. It's not really as efficient and stuff like that. There's Mini Doge 3 and stuff like that. But if you got like an L7, whatever model, or you got an L9 now, which has gone up significantly in price, both of them, Script has always been consistent in its profitability. Another coin, as far as GPU mining, that a lot of people kind of sleep on, in my opinion, is Ravencoin. Ravencoin has been consistent throughout its mining venture. Yes, it's more power intensive, but if you stacked a bunch of Ravencoin during the bear market, you're right now in the bull market, and I don't think we're far from over. I think this is just the beginning. How long this cycle will last, I couldn't tell you, but Ravencoin has been the most consistent. Script mining, Dogecoin, Litecoin has been the most consistent. And if you were mining these tokens during the past few years, even during the downtimes, you should be up right now. You should be. So, as I always request, never dox yourself. Never share with anybody the amount of any currency you own, even cash. Do not flaunt what you have in front of people on social media or in public spaces. But if you say, hey, yeah, Vega, you're right, I'm up 10% from my original position, I'm up 20%. Percentages don't mean crap. You could have $5 and be up 20% and be like 750 or whatever. So like, that's fine. Just don't dox yourself and don't share. Like, be happy, but don't be stupid. Okay. A lot of people get stupid at this time and they get their seed phrases stolen. They get their wallets hacked. They get all kinds of stuff happening. So let's move this chart out of the way. There we go. You can see right now we're putting in a red daily at the current time. But you can see this entire week has been nothing but beautiful, right? Yes, we did have, if we count from Sunday to Saturday, Sunday was a red day in November. But not only have we had kind of like October, right? Which did pull out to be true. we're having a really good November. November, December normally can be very green. I do suspect because of the holidays, Black Friday, right? So Black Friday is happening right now throughout the country. There's some really good deals. If you guys want me to do a video on some of the deals that I'm finding that you might like, I may consider it. I will need to get it out this upcoming week for Thanksgiving in order to take advantage of the Black Friday deals. Don't forget Cyber Monday's coming. So people are going to take profits. People are going to take profits, sell some of their crypto because they want to get some good deals or start shopping for the holidays or preparing, right? Like, for example, a flight to Indianapolis would cost me a significant amount for my family. Well, significant for me, may not be significant for many of you that are plentiful in that arena. But, you know, I might sell some crypto to help cover for bills or help cover the cost of the trip and gas while we're there and blah, blah, blah. So it's okay to take profits. This entire week has been green since Monday. It's only just today that we're seeing a red candle. So we could have a couple reds, right? Just like we did here. We had Saturday, Sunday, which turned red previous week, right? Over the weekend. Then the traditional markets come back into the fold Monday through Friday. Not the after hour, but the traditional markets. And then we'll continue to pump. Could we break that 100K this upcoming week? I believe we can. We're really close to it. We might pull back to like 97.5, 97.3 is what I'm thinking. I got to get some more lines up here for you. All these legacy lines are kind of like null and void. Look at all that. They're all dead now. Because now we're in new territory, baby. New territory. But that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. This is what we want, right? Bull market began, I would say, officially back in July, really. Well, actually, we could say it began in beginning of this year. We chopped sideways. We had some downward motion, and then we continued upwards, which is perfectly healthy. And it's good to have those retracements to lift the market even higher. So, waiting forever for the GOAT market, says Dan Ruggs, $1.99 to the channel. Thank you very much, Dan, for your donation. As my wife's hair goes in my mouth. I don't know how that happens, but it happens all the time. Probably from the beard. Anyways, thank you, Dan. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, green week, a little bit of red today, but it's all good. Van Eck reissues 180K Bitcoin price target for current market cycle, which is, you know, Van Eck is a global market investor or investment manager and has reissued its $180,000 price target for Bitcoin at the peak of the current cycle. In the latest Bitcoin report on November 21st, Van Eck digital assets analysts Nathan and Matt Sigel said that the next phase of crypto bull market is only just the beginning. Like, so we're just at the beginning, and I would agree with that. And a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody that's stopping by. Adam, J. Bohannon, Jock, Mick Miner, Crypto Mikkel, Chris Hanley, Sherm, obviously son of Rabbit Panda, of course, always showing up. Appreciate you. Dan Ruggs, Sam Fisher. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you hit that like button for me. But anyways, Van Eck management investors or analysts are saying, yeah, this is just the beginning. And I would agree with that. They predict that the increasingly friendly regulatory environment in the United States and growing institutional interest could catapult Bitcoin to a price of 180K. Oh.
It mentions individuals like Chris Hanley, Brad, Panda, Dan, Sam Fisher, and references to management, investors, and analysts.
Oh, shit!
The phrase, "this is just the beginning," suggests optimism about future...
Dude! Crypto enthusiast optimistic. And it gave me Crypto McKill, Chris Hanley, Sherm, obviously son of Brad, and Panda. It's supposed to be Rabbit Panda. And of course showing I appreciate Dan Rugg, Sam Fisher. And then it's giving Mix a financial... What the Google AI. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You guys are financial analysts now. I don't know how that happened, but congratulations. Where's your money at? Where's our checks? Anyways, yeah. So Bitcoin to catapult to 180K in the next 18 months. Woo. Okay. So November, that's 12. December, January, February, March, April, May. So basically, anywhere between April through June, Bitcoin could be 180K, and that's May through June of freaking 2026. That's crazy. Chia's on a rampage. Let's go bull market. Matter of fact, I haven't checked Chia. Thank you. Thank you, GFA, JFA. How is Chia doing? Okay, it's up $30, but it's up 102%. Okay. Hello. It's about time. I mean, compared to the olden days, right? It's down quite a lot, right? Back in the beginning, it was at 1,500. I don't think we ever get back to that, but still staying stagnant around $12 for a hot minute, right? All through here. We had a nice little run up at the beginning of the year. Chopped sideways, a little bit down, and now we're climbing back up. We went from around $12 to $30. That's good to see. That's good, really good to see. But yeah, I mean, 180K Bitcoin by let's say Q2 2026, 180K Bitcoin. Do you guys believe that is possible? In the chat, let me know, do you believe 180K Bitcoin by 2026 is possible? Yes, no, indifferent. I'm not going to do a poll. You guys let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you at me if you're trying to get my attention, or send a super chat, and I appreciate it. Dan Ruggs, Mexico says financial advice sponsored by Google. That would be stupid. Do not. I mean, some AI, though, some AI has been calling some pretty good positions. I'm not going to lie. But it's a risk tolerance thing again, right? You got to make sure you have that risk tolerance in order to trust what the AI is giving you. Because oftentimes it's just going off of text and data that others provide to it. Whereas it's making its own informed decision and then giving you that decision-making process. But anyways, 180 Bitcoin by Q2 2026. Obviously, analysts credit the Trump election victory as the prime catalyst for the move that has seen the price of Bitcoin as high as 99,800 in the last 24 hours. We didn't break 100K, even though some of those markets say that. High funding rates show signs of overheating. The shift points towards strong short to medium term momentum as historically elevated funding rates that have been linked to higher 30 to 90-day returns, reflecting heightened bullish sentiment and demand. On average, purchases made on days when funding rates were above 10% began underperforming at the 180-day mark, with this trend becoming even more pronounced over 1 and 2 year periods. Several analysts told Cointelegraph that they expect Bitcoin to be trading at a price of 100K or well above by the end of this year. But current market conditions have seen some analysts say Bitcoin could easily top 100K within the next week. So we're just into November, going into December. Well, I did ask you, do you believe 180K is possible by Q2 2025? I'm not going to even pull this. 100K Bitcoin by the end of the year is definitely possible. We were so close already. We were literally like 200. If we average across all markets, we were literally $200 away from 100K Bitcoin just the other day. And that's exciting. Now, I would ask that everybody calm the fuck down and stop posting every time Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. But I understand everybody's excited. I'm excited. I did it at the beginning for a couple of days, and I was like, I can't keep up with Bitcoin anymore. It just keeps making new all-time highs. Whatever. I'm just going to let it ride and go. I do have a funny meme or video that I would like to air as soon as we do break 100K. I don't know if I'll have it done in time, but I'm going to try. Let's just say it references Dragon Ball Z, and we all know the meme that is widely used with Vegeta. But this one's a little bit different. So hang tight. I'll get that out to the crypto community. Make sure you follow me on X or Twitter. Make sure you follow me on the various social media platforms, because if there is any updates, I will post it there. I know I've been doing bad for the members of the channel, and I appreciate you guys for being a member of the channel as far as posting stuff ahead of time or that will release to you guys before the public. But as you may know, situations, personal matters, yada, 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 get in the way. And I just want to apologize to you directly for my lack of updates. Northern Crypto Tech, I believe Bitcoin is at least doing 250K or more this bull run, in my opinion. Good deal. Good deal. 250K. Now, I was talking to a colleague of mine, a good friend, and I want you guys to make sure in your heads that you already have your price targets for your crypto assets, for any of your assets, not just crypto, maybe gold or whatever you got. Have your number in your head so when that price target gets hit, you're ready to take profits. Don't be ashamed to take profits. maybe, you know, when it hits a certain target, you take 10%. It hits another target, you take 25%. It hits another target, you might take 50, so on and so forth. But just get those numbers in your head now, so that way when the target gets hit, you're not sitting there like, oh, I need to unstake and it's going to take 7 days, or it's going to do this and it's going to do that. It's going to, like, get prepared and don't be ashamed to take profits. Do what's right for you and your household, your family. Bitcoin looks to pass 100K as the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, plans to step down. I believe they're planning to step down in January, right? So after the announcement Thursday, the crypto Twitterverse did blow up with excitement that Gary Gensler could be stepping down. Now, it's a catch-22. I don't like him, but there's a catch-22. So I hope whoever takes over his place, there's some people that I would like to take his place, but they're in the CFTC. So I'm going to see how the DJT administration aligns and sets hopefully good people in those positions, not people that just jumped on the bandwagon at the very end, but people who have been in the industry, both from a legislative, political background, but mostly in crypto, that have sound, you know, judgment, will be in the space, is what I'm hoping for. But I haven't looked at every single nomination yet. You guys might be able to educate me on that. But yeah, Gary, he did it to himself, so I'm not sorry for him. But yeah, anyways, it's been an honor of a lifetime, says Gensler. I thank the President Biden for entrusting me with the incredible responsibility. The SEC has met our mission to enforce the law without fear or favor. Yeah, enforcement. Wow. Okay. Whatever. I think they could have done things a little bit better. I think they could have done things a lot better. Trump earlier this week said he plans to nominate Cantor Fitzgerald, CEO of Hardwood Lunnock, to the head of Department of Commerce, tasked with the administrating tariffs and investigating trade practices. Lutnick, an outspoken crypto advocate and co-chair of Trump transition team, may also play a role in setting policies for digital asset industry. Okay, I need to do some research on this guy. All right. Who are you? $24 dealer. I'll do this offline. But I need to see how he stands and make my own decision. You guys make your own decision as well. But anyways, when Gary announced he's stepping down, the Twitterverse went absolutely ham. But I think it could be a catch-22. It just depends on, again, the replacement and how they react and stuff like that, or how they handle things. Rud Puts, member for 21 months. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Let's go. Bye-bye, Gary. Yeah, so 100K. Yes, 100K before the end of this year. And did anybody comment about us being 180K by 2026 Q2? I don't think any of us. All right, so let's see here. Son of Rabbit Panda. Hating the sell price in the mind is not having. Okay, I think he's saying having the sell price in mind is not enough. Setting sell orders is mandatory to avoid missing the train. So what they're talking about is inside your trading exchanges, and again, don't keep your money on the exchanges. Like, don't put your entire bag on a centralized exchange if you're not going to immediately trade it, stuff like that. But if you're going to put it on there and set your orders, right? Like, if price hits this, sell this. If price goes to this, sell that. That's a good way to execute trades, right? Because you might be working, you might be changing a diaper, you might be cutting the yard, you might be swimming, you might be on a vacation. You want to get these trades executed, take profits when you can. Sam Fisher says 180K Bitcoin is possible, but I think 2027, as of now, once Bitcoin hits 100K to 102K, we're all going to see massive profit taking to bring it down and at least 90K. So what they're suspecting is we break 100K, the hype is real, everybody's happy, people start taking profits, we break back down below 100K, maybe dropping to like 92, 90, which I could definitely see. Matter of fact, if we switch over to the charts, let's just calculate that real quick. So let's say we break 100K, a little bit above it. So we hit 100, let's say 106K, and we fall down to 92, 90K. That's only 8% pullback. That's only 8% pullback. So well within the realm of possibility. Could we fall though even deeper than that? We break into 100K, the hype wears off, right? Because look at the volume as well, right? Let me change this chart. Look at the volume, right? So the volume back here on this run up is still a lot higher than over here, right? Our volume's picked up, but our average is very low. And so during the holiday, you can have people that aren't trading because they're busy, they're gone, they're with family members, whatever. They're not paying attention to it. They don't have any automation on. And so now we have a significant pullback because there's no buying pressure to stop the sell orders. And don't forget, we got some options expiry in December. That's the key, right? We got December. There's 2 dates to keep an eye on: December 18th and December, I think 27th. I'm thinking. I forgot. We mentioned it last show, but I already forgot. But a 50% pullback will put us around 85K. Again, within the realm of possible. Anything between, I would say, 30 and 25% is possible. Now, dude, if we fell back down to this legacy line right here of almost 72K, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. I will definitely buy some more Bitcoin, because if we're going back to 100K plus Bitcoin, 72K looks like a discount. What's funny is everything looks like a discount right now. Everything. Absolutely nuts. This world is getting crazy, but I love it. Well, certain parts of it, not all of it. Bitcoin's social media speculation heats up. Obviously, what they're talking about is all the craziness, right? The FOMO of missing out, blah, 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 FUD, all that good stuff. Everywhere was going crazy when Bitcoin almost hit 100K. So I definitely think we could hit 100K this upcoming week, but we're definitely going to have 100K by the end of this year. Well, I'm not going to say definitely. I strongly believe we will, but we can't guarantee it, right? We can't guarantee it. A key metric to monitor amidst the Bitcoin uptrend is, sentiments point out a key metric to look out for, which is the collective holding of whale and shark wallet addresses owning at least 10 Bitcoin. This is because one indicator of determining how long this historical bull surge can endure is tracking the total amount of Bitcoin holdings for these major players. So keep an eye on these wallets, right? Which collectively amassed around 56,000 plus wallets that have over 10 Bitcoin or more. That's crazy. Valued at 5.428 billion. Whale and sharks have been experiencing some intriguing consolidation, leading to about a negative 0.82% or 1,256 fewer wallets compared to a month ago, right? So they're moving things around. Maybe they're consolidating their positions. Maybe they had one wallet that had 10 Bitcoin, but their main wallet has 100, so they bring that 10 over into their 100. And I did some offline adjustment, again, like I said before, where I adjusted and got rid of a lot of these altcoins, converted them into Bitcoin or some of the main assets, just kind of cleaned up house a little bit, which I kind of wish I didn't, because then I would have been up on a majority of those coins, but whatever. You can never, it's so hard to figure out what coin is going to pop off and what coin isn't. Other than the fact that Script and Litecoin, Doge, Bells Coin, and Ravencoin mining has been consistent, even if the electricity is high, you're consistently getting these assets that eventually turn into profits that you can take later. But I know a lot of people like to sell immediately to make payments on their bills. So it's a catch-22. Bitcoin wild odds see 85% chance of Bitcoin price to get above 100K. Well, my viewers apparently would agree with that. We're probably going to see 100K within the next week. What's up, Bruce? Thank you for stopping by. Team JFK, hello. We got another forecast here of 127,000. But 100K, at least by the end of the year. 260K, or 250, let's say, by Q2 2026. And I'm not sure if the bull market's going to last that long. I think we're going to have a nice year in 2025. Some chop sideways, but all-time highs being made throughout 2025. 2026 is probably going to have a decent run, but we might pull back a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to hit 260K, but that'd be crazy. I am concerned, though, that a black swan event could happen that could cause the markets to erase some of the gains we've made. I do have that in the back of my mind. I'm hoping that doesn't come true, but Bitcoin's kind of looking like the safe haven. So if the Black Swan event did happen, when people flood to Bitcoin, Bitcoin continues to hold true or run up even higher, but the rest of the traditional assets tend to fall. Because even the stock market is up right now. Everything is basically up because DJT is going to be the next president. Like, ever since November 5th, that's what the world is doing. I don't know how, but it's doing it. It's doing it, okay? ETFs play a key role, absorbing around 90% of sell-side pressure along by long-term holders, says Glassnode. So you got a lot of people buying up. Like, this is 490. Is this million? I think that's million. 490 million on the 22nd yesterday. Most of it through IBIT. We had 67.1 million get sold from GBTC. And you can see the fees here. You can see why people are leaving GBTC. 1.5% versus 0.25% for most of these. I mean, the lowest one is Easy BC. But yeah, IBIT's killing it still. A lot of inflows from ETFs. So buying up the sell pressure. When the people are stopped flooding into these ETFs and there's a significant amount of sell pressure, that's when we could have a price pullback, some retracement, so on and so forth. Bitcoin ETFs see 2.4 billion in inflows as China ETFs hit record outflows. Now, something I did notice the night before everybody was going crazy about the 100K, it seemed like the Asia market was really pumping house. Like, at nighttime, it's 12 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time, I'm watching the markets, I'm looking at Twitter, and we see, like, it's like Asia just took over. Just like, we went to sleep, we were pumping. Hey, we got to go to bed. Asia, it's your turn. And Asia just kept on going. And it was great. It was great to see, like, the entire world market, just pump this bad boy. Didn't break 100K, but definitely certainly possible. But China's base ETF suffered their biggest week of outflows in history, flashing another positive sign for the global Bitcoin adoption. United States-based Bitcoin ETFs recorded a cumulative 2.4 billion worth of inflows during the trading week of November 18th to the 22nd, marking their fourth largest week since they debuted back in January. The growth of Bitcoin ETFs comes 2 weeks, after President-elect DJT won the next nomination. But either way, the point being is, why are they coming here? Are the Chinese markets getting out of their China ETFs and coming over to the US ETFs? Because I know when I buy stocks, and I'm not a professional by any means, so if somebody wants to educate me later on in the comments, when I buy stocks that are Asia market stocks, like there's some like fine print that we have to acknowledge. And then, when you do your taxes, do you own any assets, non-United States assets? And you have to say yes and say why and blah, 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 blah. Can China do that too? I thought their country didn't want them trading well, they do want them trading their assets because it's a free market, and the free market helps everybody to a certain degree. So why would they want to stop it? Interesting. Last week alone, China saw 2 billion of outflows, marking the largest weekly outflow in history despite deploying pandemic-like stimulus. That's right. I forgot. The stimulus for China. Recent data suggests that Chinese economy is worsening. Oh no. For my Chinese friends and family members, but for everybody else, it looks like things are looking up. Bitcoin price, blah, blah, blah. China consumer confidence is at a rock bottom. Good God. Yes, it is. Well, hang in there, Chinese family. I hope you guys are okay and the stimulus helped you out and take care of your business. But yeah, it seems like we'll see what happens in the long run. Gary Gensler's departure is no triumph for Bitcoin. Now, this is an opinion piece from Aaron. I believe I met Aaron at one of the conferences. But as I've explained previously, I don't think Donald Trump actually gives a damn about Bitcoin. At best, He's a shitcoiner who wants in on the scam. Having said that, it's fair to say that Trump adopted a pro-crypto stance. And don't get mad. This is an opinion of this person. Just listen. So he adopted a pro-crypto stance, which brought a lot of voters into his camp, right? And then obviously he's putting administration in for crypto. And indeed, his promise of Bitcoin 2024 to fire Gary Gensler on day one of his presidency seems to have already resulted in an SEC chair announcing his resignation. Yeah, right? The optimistic scenario is one in which Democrats now also adopt Bitcoin as part of the party platform. That's what, you know what? I told my wife this, and I could be completely wrong. This is just an opinion of mine. I think what killed the Democratic nomination, what killed Harris, she was in Nashville. I physically saw her and her motorcade in Nashville. She had a private meeting with somebody in Nashville during Bitcoin Conference 2024. How can I say that? When we were walking around and we were trying to catch up with each other, I saw President Harris come out of this building. It was a tall skyscraper. There was a huge motorcade. She got into their car and left. She should have went on stage. She should have announced that she was going to be pro-crypto. She should have done this. She should have done that. Because she had a quiet stance and not outspoken stance like Trump, being openly positive about crypto and Bitcoin, I think that hurt their party significantly. Even though we have pro-crypto supporters on both sides of the aisle, which is good for us, the major Democratic leader did not take a stance, and that killed their campaign, in my opinion. I don't think crypto was the only thing that killed their campaign, but I think it would have, if they had aligned with the cryptoverse, it could have helped their cause or their election. Now, whether or not they would have fulfilled those promises, I don't know. But it's just like with any political candidate. They make a bunch of promises, they get into office, and they keep only about like 20% of it. So, again, hold your state, your local, your state, your county, your country's representatives accountable, because they're there to represent us. They're not there to represent themselves, even though a lot of them do fill their pockets for their own fucking greed. They're there to represent us. So make sure you keep an eye on any administrator, any leader, and what their promise to do is actually, they're actually making that shit happen. But anyways, I'm not going to continue reading this guide. I just want to see what he says. With Gary Gensler gone, we could well see the most atrocious scam coin proliferate and soar. Okay, so basically what they're saying is they don't believe Trump is pro-crypto or gives a damn about Bitcoin. They just used it to continue to get people on their side, to get the votes. Now that they got the votes, they don't give a damn. They just want to hype up their project. And their son does have projects. So I could see that. And now with Gary gone, we could see an increase in a bunch of crap tokens and a bunch of scams and rug pulls and so on and so forth with Gary gone. That is possible, but I'm hoping the next administration, while being open with crypto and wanting to put clear guidelines and rules and regulations, and there's already rules and regulations, but clarity on these rules and regulations, these processes, these policies, I think they would be smart, or hope to be smart enough to go and stop some of these from continuing. We'll have to wait and see how things go. Now, if you're new to the channel, I do like to keep a neutral stance when it comes to politics. I'm not fond of politics, but I do understand the importance of being involved with, again, your local, town, county, state, country's political agenda, right? Because our voice is what helps shape that. And if you're not making your voice heard, then they're not going to be able to address it because you never fucking spoke. So being involved, being aware, being educated is definitely helpful to not only you, your family, but your community and the country. Whatever country you're in. Doesn't matter if you're in the US or any other country. It's very important. Unless you're in a country where you're ran by a dictator that just won't listen to you and put you in jail because you want to voice your opinion. But anyways, besides the point. Crypto industry jockeys for seats as Trump promised console. We got a bunch of people trying to get into the circle. Obviously, we already heard some nominations. I'm not going to go over the nominations. Go watch the damn news for that. But a lot of people are fist bumping and rubbing elbows, trying to get into those top position. Trump team mulls over first ever White House crypto role, right? So a new role created by the White House strictly for crypto. That should be very interesting. Check out Bloomberg if you haven't. There's a nice video on it to listen in on what that possibly could be. As well, we have the CEO of Coinbase speaking with President Trump, or at least a team, over the phone, which is a new sign of crypto's new political clout, right? There's a lot of donations from the Gemini twins and other crypto millionaires, billionaires to the Trump administration to win that election. Now they're in, their hopes obviously are, well, we supported you here. Will you support us now? Will you, pass regulation to protect us? Will you stop Gary Gensler from coming after us? Will you be pro-crypto, pro-blockchain, pro-technology? Will you allow these companies that left our states to come back? Well, again, we'll have to see. January is 1 month and some change away. We'll see how things pan out. Again, keeping an eye on the promises made by the party to make sure that they're held accountable. If they don't come through with it, I think we'll be fine. Like I said in the past, it doesn't matter if you're left, if you're right, if you're demo, if you're Republican. Bitcoin and crypto are here to stay. And I think it will continue to prevail regardless of party, president, or otherwise. But we'll see. And I know I probably scared a couple of viewers away from my statements, with my statements, but everybody's entitled to their opinions. You're entitled to yours. We can agree to disagree. We can debate. We can coincide with one another and keep it moving forward. The moment we start getting angry with each other and want to be violent because we don't agree, that's just stupid. This is fucking 2024. Wake the fuck up. Anyways, altcoins shine as crypto economy hits 3.2 trillion. I don't know what these tokens are. OM. I know what XLM is. That's Stellar. ADA, XRP, Drive to Frenzy. What is OM? What the fuck is OM? Anybody know what OM is? Mantra. Oh, why did I know that? Did they change their name? Or am I tripping out? They had to have changed their name. They had to. They had to. Look at that. Look at that. 7 cents. What was the lowest here? Looks like 1 cent was the lowest. And now they're up to $3.68. Woo-wee. Look at that. If you would have got this sucker back in November of last year, right? Actually, let's do some math. Let's do some math, right? Let's say it cost us 2 cents to grab some mantra, right? So we got $1,000 divided by 0.023. We would have had 43,000, right? Mantra. And now we times 368. You just, oh my God. You just turned it, oh my God. You just turned $1,000 into 160K. If you bought mantra last year in November around 2 cents, $1,000 invested into mantra would have turned into $160,000 today. Holy crap. Now, geez Louise, that's madness. Welcome to the bull market, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the bull market. Welcome to the bull market. But anyways, basically saying altcoin shine as crypto economy hits 3.29 trillion. We got various altcoins like ADA, Stellar, XRP popping off. That's good to see. I will tell you right now that I mined ADA with the Jazz Miner X4 in the past. Got a little bag, nothing significant, right? I couldn't retire. I still got to work my 9 to 5, unfortunately. But, I got a little bag of that. Now, we're getting ready to wrap up things here, but Red Panda Mining is going live. I still want to talk about a couple things in just a moment. So Red Panda going live at 12 p.m. We still have about 20 minutes left of the show. We're going to look at some mining profitability, talk about some things, as well as play this CNBC clip. So do not leave, but make sure to hit that like button because we're going to get into mining. First off, again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, script miners are killing it. Everybody went after Caspa miners. Everybody went after lithium miners, Radiant miners. Script miners are killing it. Now, you got the AlphaPex DG1 Hydro that has not been released yet. You got the Bitmain Antminer L9, which has gone up in price. The L7's gone up in price. But if you look, on average, they're going to be like 20 bucks a day or more. Let's say 18 bucks a day or more. Not bad whatsoever. Right? If we look at one of the old L7s, right? That's 9 gigahash, which is making you on average of about almost $20 a day. Right now, depending on where you buy, it's going to cost you $7,000. Now, I remember when these things were selling for 10, so that's actually still lower than before. But at the current rate, these prices may not stay like this. They're going to continue to climb up. So if you want one, you should get one. Check out the links in the description because it does help out the channel when you buy these miners through my links. Now, I know I said this last time and I sound like a little bitch, but if you buy through the links of a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel, you're doing very little to help them. If you buy through my links, you're doing a lot to help me. There's a difference. I just want you to know that. But script miners are killing it. If we look at mine, the Asic, same thing. Most of the coins at the top are script miners. We got a few Bitcoin up here. We got some lithium, right, with the L1, the AL1 Pro. But yeah, script is killing it. And like the AL1 Pro, payback time on mine, the Asic says never. But all the script ones, 3 months, so 3.7, 3.7, 3.1, 3.5, 6.3, 3.7, right? And script and Doge, or Litecoin and Doge, are the OGs. They're one of the OGs. They're going to be around. Nobody can control the network. It's the same thing as Bitcoin. It's that one is a meme coin and one is just an OG project. So you can't fault it. And looking at it, if I had the money, I probably would buy an L7 or try to find a used L7. Or if I could afford an L9, I would get the L9 because it's like right now, Miner 1688, which have hit me up. I do not have an affiliate link for them. It's like 9. So $7,000 for the L7, $9,000 for the L9. That seems about right? Because of the hash rate. But yeah, look at that profitability chart, right? Wasn't doing anything, and then all boom, right? You're making 65 cents a day. I wish we had that Newegg or that PC part picker where we could see the price of a piece of hardware previous, not the profitability, but the price of the hardware previously. I really wish we could, because I bet you when it was only making like $1 a day back here, right, or 21 cents a day back here, was like $4,000, $5,000 that you could probably find these things. Now they climbed up to 7,000. Absolutely crazy. Besides script tokens, I did see this, the Volk Miner D1. I don't see it. No, I do see it right here. So the Volk Miner D1, it's around 8,348. It does 17 gigahash compared to the L7 9 gigahash and the L9 16 gigahash, right? So they're about the same price. 17 gigahash, 16 gigahash, 3900 watts versus 3360 watts. I probably would go with the Bitmain because it's more efficient. Yes, it's 1 gigahash less, but it's more efficient. On top of that, these Volk miners actually remind me of AlphaPex, the DG1. They even have a very similar name. They just call it the D1. And if we look at the website, it looks just like AlphaPex. I mean, it literally looks like AlphaPex. So I wonder if whoever the supplier is or the manufacturer is for AlphaPex is also making the same machines for these guys. Now, unfortunately, when I try to click things on the website, like the buy now button doesn't work. So that's kind of sketch. But there are ways to buy these miners through other providers. Where are they at? Asic Miner Exchange. There's one. Let's see if the website actually works. Okay. Nope. All right. So let's go to Asic Miner Value. You got to be careful with this stuff too, guys. So, all right. Zion Mining or Exxon Mining. We can contact the supplier. Let's do 17. Add to cart. So 83.48. So you want to buy through known vendors and not just randos. Now, maybe the company is just brand new. Volk Miner is just brand new and their website just doesn't work 100% yet. I would just still be careful. If you want, what I'll try to do is I'll reach out to Volk Miner, if that's how I pronounce it. Yeah. And I will see if they can share some information, where they're from, what they're about. You know, can they send Red Panda Mining a unit just to confirm they're legit and not some scammer? But I mean, the fact that they're showing on Asic Miner Value, Mine the Asic, and other websites should show that they are legit. It's just they look just like AlphaPex. Like, let's go to the AlphaPex website real quick. AlphaPex. Let's see. I don't know if my internet's being low or what. Like, look. Like, different banner. But when we scroll down, this is what AlphaPex looked like before they updated the design. All right, this is exactly what AlphaPex looked like at Mining Disrupt 2023 or 2024. So, yeah. Scroll down, look at that. After sale, technical support, warranty, service center, about, news, about us. So, like, they updated their stuff. This AlphaPex is legit because we met them, we talked to them. Still waiting on the DG1 home that I paid for. But Volk Miner is new, but I just feel like it's the same supplier, probably with better chips or maybe a little bit more tuned chips. We'll have to wait and see what actually happens. But you can't go wrong with script mining. And if we go over to hashrate.no and have a bunch of 3080s that we still have, and we want to just see what we can mine away with it. Maybe the 3080s aren't the best, but let's just say 6 3080s right now. And let's drop the cost of electricity to 10 cents instead of 15 cents. Where's Ravencoin at? Ravencoin's way down here. But, like, out of all these coins that are up here right now, like, you telling me you're going to mine Conflux, Pyron? Like, I like Conflux, but I don't like Pyron. Core's pretty good, right? Kapow tokens in general have been doing pretty well. Right? Whether it's Core, Ravencoin, Meowcoin coming back, AI Power Grid, Evermore. Yes, at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, you're negative 45 cents a day. But again, you're earning the currency. And whether or not you hold that currency longer term in order to sell at a higher price later, I think will get you better profits than if you were to sell every 24 hours to cover your cost of electricity. If you can afford to hodl, hodl. If you can't afford to hodl, do what's best for you. Sell, take profits, so that way you can pay your bills. Now, I'm going to look at chat, but we're going to go ahead and listen to this show from CNBC and then answer any questions as we lead into Red Panda Mining coming on right after the show. Don't leave. I will redirect you myself.
Today, Bitcoin continues to test $100,000 going into the weekend. And Bitwise CEO Hunter Horsley reacts to the crypto market rally.
Sorry if that was too loud.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Crypto markets mostly in the green this morning. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin climbed nearly 2% to $99,000. Earlier, the token was less than $500 away from hitting $100,000. Ether dipped less than 1% and was trading at $3,200, and Ripple's XRP spiked 32% as investors anticipated a friendlier regulatory environment for digital assets next year. XRP was one of the biggest gainers yesterday in a broad altcoin rally fueled by new.
So we got a question in the chat. Just pausing the video real quick. DJ Deathstar says, good morning. Are you still mining Wart? It's sneakily moving up and profitability and hash rate isn't growing, which is great. I'm making about 6 a day on 4 different computers. I have been, only 1 or 2 machines are mining Wart because I'm trying to help out with another proof of work project, which I could really use you guys' help, by the way. Trying to get it on TradeOgre as an exchange. But yeah, so I also mined Aleo and sold daily as well. But as far as consistency, I'm still going to say Dogecoin, Litecoin, or Script, Asic, Dogecoin, Litecoin, even though it was down significantly through the bear market. If you held that coin, you'd be up significantly. Raven coin, kind of the same thing. Yes, it's more cost intensive because of the electricity, but it's consistent. Consistency is what's important. Consistency and efficiency. Put that on a shirt somewhere. But looking at Wart here, yeah, so the yields did go down a little bit, not by much. But right now, if we look just in the past day or so, it's still got good yields. Revenue is up, right, over the longer term instead of the hourly. And right now it's around 76 cents. So price for revenue of Wart, you can see how it's doing. I know a lot of people that are mining Wart, and I hope you guys are all enjoying that. If we look at some of the GPUs that could mine it, a lot of people bought BC 250s. Like we saw Red Panda build an entire rig of BC 250s. Is he mining Wart? Probably, I'm not sure. But yeah, still mining Wart on one of my machines, having a good time. And yes, my yields, not compared to you, you're saying you're making 6 a day. I'm making about like point something one a day. So I'm not making a lot. Like basically 1 point something is what I'm making. I haven't, I like to set it and forget it. So my miners are hashing away. I check on them, make sure everything is still running, and then I just sit back.
SEC Chair Gary Gensler will step down on Inauguration Day. Gensler, of course, has become something of a villain in crypto, which has been held back by his regulation by enforcement approach to the industry. For the week, Bitcoin gained more than 8.5% and Ether more than 7.5%. XRP surged 67%. The S&P 500, by contrast, was up 1.5%. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Shares of the Bitcoin proxy
Techman, why are you hungover? Why are you hungover, Techman?
Microstrategy were down 16% yesterday at closing. The same day, Citron Research revealed a short position on the company, saying that while it remains bullish on Bitcoin, Microstrategy's volume has completely detached from the flagship cryptocurrency's fundamentals. The firm's executive chair, Michael Saylor, joined Squawk Box this morning to address the short.
I think that the thesis of the shorts is if the premium in the equity disappears, we can't make money. What they miss is that when we actually borrow money at 6% and we invest it in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up 30%, and by the way, Bitcoin's going up 60%, we're getting a 90% BTC spread, but it would be 80% BTC spread, which means the $3 billion fixed income raise in preferreds or bonds generates the same $125 a share and $30 billion over 10 years.
Now, as of noon Eastern, MicroStrategy made up some.
Hang on 1 second. Jack, are you still in here? Let's see if Jack's still in here. Jack is still in here. Bro, I worked at Arby's in my teenage years. I ain't going to Wendy's. I'm going to Arby's. I'm going to Arby's, son, because we got the beef.
Of its losses and was up more than 9%. Year to date, the company has surged 590%, far outperforming Bitcoin, which is up around 130% through that same period. Next, Bitwise has entered the race to list a
spot Solana ETF. This should be good for Cats of Crypto, Coochie Coin, Demo Cats, and any other Solana project of Solana ETF, which probably will more than likely get approved, will help the ecosystem overall. And that'd be great. Northern Crypto Tech says, I think it's too late over the price of Doge Asics. So right now, the Doge Asics, the 8K, the 7K on these Doge Asics, it's too late to get them. If you got them before the bull market hit, you probably would have been in a much better position. As I said, when it was only making 18 cents a day profit, and it was like $3 grand, $4 grand, maybe sometimes 2,800, that would have been a good time. So I would agree with Northern Crypto Tech. But again, highlighting the consistency of tokens that you mine is what I'm trying to get you guys to focus on. Yes, the prices have gone up because, well, the prices of the main asset have gone up. But if you had these miners hashing away, stacking as much as possible throughout the market downturn and uptrends, you would be up significantly today.
A spot Solana ETF. The crypto asset manager filed an S1 with the SEC yesterday, following other asset managers that took that initiative earlier this year, including VanEck and Canary Capital. Solana was flat as of noon Eastern, trading at less than 0.1%.
I hope that DOT blows up, man, because DOT's been pissing me off with the whole like increasing the staking amount you need to have. That shit pisses me off, bro.
All right, sticking with Bitwise for our main story, I spoke with its CEO, Hunter Horsley, to get his take on the crypto rally and if there could be a correction coming. All right, Hunter, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me just get your general reaction to start on this rally that we've seen.
I'm just going to pause it there. The rally's good. I'm happy for it. Again, I think some of you guys are either up 25% to 50% on your original positions, or you're down significantly because you took profits or whatever and you only have so many coins left. It is okay to take profits. It is 100% okay to take profits. You do what's best for you and your household. Bitcoin just fell down to below 98K on the wide market as we were streaming. So it was into 99Ks, went to 98, and is now below 98 into 97K. I believe this weekend, as we continue, we might have a red day today, red day tomorrow, but then the market's going to pick back up. We might start off at 96, almost 95K Monday, but by the end of the week, we might be able to crest over that 100K, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Again, play the long game. Stop worrying about what other people are doing, what other people are saying. FOMO is real. FUD is real. Remove emotion and just do what is best for you. What assets you believe, if you held on to in the long term, will get you and your family in a better or more significant position. Everybody else is going to promote this coin and that coin and that coin and this coin. You need to find the coins you like, right? Don't just sit there and go by whatever the calculators are telling you. Go and look at the actual coin itself, the underlying asset. Go and research the team, the devs. Go check their GitHubs. Go see what's going on in the markets. What is their Twitter looking like? Go research the projects that you believe are going to be here long term. I'll tell you right now, Bitcoin is here to stay, baby. It ain't going nowhere. It's going to continue to go up. That is my belief. There's only so much supply left. Look at this. 94% of the overall supply is in circulation right now. ETFs and institutions are gobbling it up. Grab some, dollar cost average. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose. And hang on. Hang on for dear life. Enjoy the roller coaster. It's going to suck sometimes, but then it's going to be great sometimes. Just ride the wave. Ethereum, while it's pumping right now, unfortunately, its ecosystem is so vast and the trading fees or transaction fees are so high that even if the market does go up, I don't believe Ethereum will see the same amount of gains the rest of the market will. Maybe you might have a Solana token that hits 320. Maybe you might have a BNB token that hits 750. Maybe you might have an XRP token that hits $3, a Dogecoin that hits $1.10, a Cardano that hits back to 330, right? An Avalanche that gets back to $60, a Toncoin that gets over $15, a Stellar that gets over $1, a Shiba Inu that gets up to whatever that is, a DOT that gets to 20. Like, these are fundamental tokens, and you can see I starred some of them that have been around. Like SU, I should have took profits when it hit 380. You could see compared to the rest of the market, a lot of people took profits, and now it's not following the same trend as Bitcoin and the others. It's down. I should have taken profits at 380. I didn't. That's on me, not on you. But if you did take profits, congratulations. Sue, I believe the ecosystem is interesting. I got a couple projects on there that I got my eye on, the Sue network, but not every one of them is going to pan out. But just like the game, the roulette table, right, as I let you guys get over to Red Panda Mining, who's coming online, just like at the roulette table, which I never been to a casino until my wife took me, this guy got a lot of chips, and he put something on every single one, right? Investors make a lot of plays, but not all those plays or investments pan out. But the 1 to 2 that do outweigh the losses you would have made on those other investments. So if you put all your chips, right, in a certain spot and you got the table kind of covered, there's bound to at least be 1 or 2 that do really great, maybe 3 to 4 that do really great compared to the 50 that didn't do great. And depending on your investment amount and your risk tolerance, you may have done really well or you may have done a little bit well. Either way, everybody's playing this rat race and we're all trying to get ahead. Just be smart. Look into the project that you like, that you want to mine, that you want to trade in. Understand the fundamentals, what their mission, what their goals are, what their roadmap is. Are the devs doing great work? Are they constantly updating? Are they constantly improving? And make a decision on which tokens you like the most. And I hope that itself, that information itself would be enough to help you find that one token that does really well. And if you do really well and become a millionaire because of the words I said, great. I wish you the best of luck. Good luck to you. Don't let the money change you. Do what's right for others. Take care of yourselves. But now Red Panda Mining should be live. And I'm going to send you guys on over there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. And I'll see you guys on the other side. We'll see when Bitcoin hits 100K or 160K in 2026. Or what was it? 260K in 2026. But thank you so much for stopping by. Do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button. Get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. As well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. Don't forget, Crypto Miner Bros is the sponsor of today's live stream. And if you're looking to buy some Asic mining equipment, check out their link down in the description as well as some others that help support the channel. And I thank you very much. You all have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one. Today's video is brought to you by CryptoMinerBros.com, a leading cryptocurrency mining hardware vendor / distributor, bringing you the latest offerings from Ice River, Bitmain, Goldshell, WhatsMiner, and much more from all the various manufacturers. And while they are headquartered in Hong Kong, they have mining distribution centers here in North America that can actually save you money on import duties, trusted by a number of different brands or companies in the industry. They also have a great following on social media, and if you follow them, you might get an update on whatever the latest offering is on hardware that comes out, as well as competitive pricing in the industry. If you're interested to learn more, click the link in the description and use coupon code SERPENTX at checkout. And by supporting our sponsors, you support our channel, and we thank you very much.